Hey, you know what it is? We're back with another video, but we got dreads do's and don'ts. Like, basically, I'm gonna be telling you guys what you guys should do with your dreads and not to do. Like, don't do it at all. Like, real talk. But before I get into this, you guys like and subscribe because we're trying to hit that 1K. Like, we're trying to get to that 1K on bro. But all right, first one. All right, first one. Don't get high top dreads. Like real talk. Like, especially if you want a lot of locks. Like, don't get high top dreads. Like, you're limiting yourself to, and you could cut your dreads later on and go to a high top. If you get a taper, like, but but I got high tops, so my life. All right, don't use heat on your hair, my nigga. Like, don't use heavy heat stuff. Like, that shit burns your hair, my nigga. Like, what's another don't? Don't use wax. Wax is very dangerous. Like, not dangerous, but it could cause buildup to your hair. Like, and you don't want that. Like, that'll limit your growth. And I know a nigga, I know somebody that their hair fell out because of that wax. Like, oh, you don't want that wax in your dreads. All right, a dread do. Like, I said not to wash your hair, but at the same time, don't wash your hair for a good month. Like, when you're starting off, like, real tech, and stay away from these crochet needles, my nigga. Like, I know they mature your hair, but you want to go through that process, like, and it's just better going through the process than just speeding it up, like, and your dreads get thinner. Like, nigga, people don't tell you, but crochet hooks make your hair thinner. That's the thing. Like, they thin out your dreads a little bit, like, especially if you're doing them wrong. Like, if you're not going in and out, like, correctly. Like, stay away from coloring your dreads, like, especially if bleach. Like, bleach is bad, my nigga. Don't bleach your hair, like, especially dark blonde color. Like, and know what you're putting in your hair first of all. Like, know what type of toner you put on your hair. Because I just do a brown, like, it's a light brown. It's not too heavy. That's the thing. Because you could just make your hair fall out like that. What's another thing? This might be over the place, but this video is so raw. Like, no editing at all, my nigga. But yeah, like, my dreads are like 2 years, so I can just wet my dreads and all that stuff. Like, all that stuff. But thing is, I don't be wetting my dreads like that. Like, I do like a good 1 month, 2 months. Like, I only get wash my hair when I get a retwist, like, real talk. But y'all females be doing that. But what's another thing? Like, I don't get it, but a don't is don't brush your dreads. Like, real talk. Like, I don't get it how it's a do, my nigga. Like that could cause breakage, my nigga. Like, I get it. I get it. You want to remove lint, but at the same time, don't do that. Like, I don't get why you brush your dreads. Like, I see all females on Instagram doing that, but that's kind of counterintuitive. Like, you're trying to get dreads, aren't you? You're not getting waves, right? Like, but don't brush your dreads. Like, and yeah, and another thing, don't condition your dreads. Like, it's saying condition your dreads, but don't do that. Like, like, especially if you're getting dreads. Like, you're not getting curly hair. Like, but that's a good thing to do only if you're trying to comb out your dreads. But don't condition there. That causes buildup. All right, another do. Oil your hair, like, real talk. Like, oiling your hair, like, you need to do that, like, real talk. Especially if trying to moisten your hair not to be thick and all that stuff. Like, you need to moisturize that hair. Like, spray your hair with water. Like, let's say every 1 to 2 weeks. Like, if you're starting out, but that's just a norm to me. Like, I can't imagine not owning your hair. But what's another thing? And get one of you guys, like, get an itch spray. Like, hold on, let me pull it up. All right, get you one of these, like, so you could just pour this into your scalp like this. But I already did that. And an itch spray, like, especially if you're going like months without washing your hair, like, that itch spray comes in clutch. Like, real talk. I don't know why you got the headphones on, but yeah. Another don't, like, if you're gonna oil your hair, like, don't do too much of that oil. Like, that could cause some buildup. Like, you're just basically saturating your hair at that point. Like, just put a few drops, not soaking your hair, my nigga. Like, some oils I recommend you guys to use. coconut oil, castor oil, sunflower oil. Like, use the oils that are just your hair type, basically. Like, I don't got this is what I use in my hair type, but it might be different for you guys because oils work different for different hair type. Like, I don't know what you guys use for straight hair. Like, I don't know what you white people do, but yeah, it might be different for your hair type. But I use castor oil. I use coconut oil, like, but especially when I'm trying to grow my hairline back, like, yeah. There's something called growth oil. Like, it basically has all the oils in one. Like, I don't have that right now, but I got some of this in here basically, and you're gonna need one of those. Real talk, if you're trying to have a moist scalp, and if you're growing, like, not just for dreadlocks, but if you're growing your hair, like, that growth oil is gonna help. Like, real talk, like, especially before I even had dreads. Like, I was using the growth oil a lot, and my hair just grew fast. But yeah, I don't like. It's not about hair that much. It is about hair, but stop looking at your hair, my nigga. Like, stop looking at your hair. Like it's not gonna grow overnight. Like, real talk. So stop modeling your hair because it won't grow overnight. Like, takes time. But the more moisturized you, bro, I can't speak English today. But the more you moisturize your hair, the more thick your hair is gonna get, and you want that thickness. Like, real talk. And the thinner your dreads are, like, I gotta say, like, your threads are likely to thin out, like, so, and you probably gotta combine them shit. Probably gotta combine the dreads. Like, I gotta stop swearing, but yeah. And supposedly your hair, like, grows an inch every month, so yeah. And that growth oil is gonna help you a lot. So apply oil to your scalp, but do, like, if your dreads are, like, too thin, like, use the crochet needle, like, but don't use it too much, like, real talk, like, cause that crochet needle, that hurts, like, especially if you're doing it incorrectly, that it hits your fingers. Get you like a glove or something, so you could just not hurt yourself during that whole process, cause that's painful. All right, another do, like, this video is about to be long, long, but especially if you got starter license, stop manipulating your hair. Like, don't use these crochet needles, especially if you're starting off. Like, but if you got free forms, you can use them, or if you're trying to do instant locks, you can use it. But at the same time, if you got twists, like, don't use it, because I recommend not using them just because could over manipulate your hair, especially if you don't know how to use it. But and manipulation in general, like, don't do things to your hair that it could backfire on your hair. So stop touching your hair. But that's basically don'ts and do's, basically. But yeah, the 8 minutes. But mash your TikTok, mash your Twitter, mash your Instagram, mash your YouTube, man. We're on this grind. Like, and also on Kick 2. Another video. Come on.